Buddy Brian back here with a look at Turbo. You can see here the top 100 tokens. This is for the day. Here's for the week. Look at these numbers. Look at that. Pretty awesome, right? I mean, that's just with a little tiny break in Bitcoin dominance. I mean, it is just barely cracked. Its support line starting to lose support, starting to roll over. Yeah, you'll see numbers like this daily. Well, not every single day. You have pullbacks. That's part of the market. But yeah, 42% a day, absolutely. When this altcoin season starts rolling, you'll see. Here's for the month. Not too bad out there. CASP is up 50%. Where's Turbo at? Let's take a look. Number 152. These are the ones that can, $386 million market cap. The ones with the smaller market caps are the ones where you'll get your biggest returns out of. All right, they're the ones that have a chance to do a 10x, 20, 30, whatever, from bottom. But this is up 101 spots. It was number 253. Now it's 152. 24-hour volume, 184 million. Yeah, it's up 172% for the month. We called the bottom on this when we, and if you don't know the backstory of a Turbo, I believe a single dad, with his son. I watched a video. I watched this guy create this with AI. That's how he did it. It was with what's that, Chat GPT? Yeah. He said, how do I do this? How do I do that? And he created Turbo out of it. And now, good for him. Congratulations if you stumble across this video. Pretty awesome stuff, Bitcoin, I did a video earlier today. I said this, I put this box here. It came down, hit it. Could have a bottom here, and this thing could turn back up. That's a 382 pullback, which very well, could be enough to send it shooting up here again, but we'll see. All right, that's off the bottom down here. That's off 93.4 roughly, 93.355 up to our top. Still could come down to 99, even 98. We'll see what happens, but we do have a 5-wave structure in here, for Bitcoin, so it's possible. It could head back up. What we got here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, but is this going to be our 4 coming up over here? For a deeper wave 5. But you got to keep an eye on that. All right, this is where sometimes the market tricks you and gets you. You know what I mean? You think it's going up, and it tricks you with bigger wave 5 down. So keep an eye on that. All right, Bitcoin dominance, like I said, is starting to break. We've been talking about that forever. Over in Discord, I posted a pic the other day. It was awesome. Finally good to see this thing. Look at this. Here's a 4-hour chart. Finally good to see it rolling over, right? Let's go out to 12 hours so you can see the support line. That's a new person, never seen them. Well, welcome. That's over in Discord. We have about 170 some members over there. If you want to come sign up, it's a level 3 membership in the description of the video. We'd love to have you. It's only $15. You get 10 hours of videos to teach you how to start charting. 10 hours, over 20 videos, and a link to the Discord to come trade with us, man. We have a Altseason starting. This is where the money's made, guys. This is where you make your big money. And what I want to do is I want to zoom out. So if you're interested, come sign up, man. Try it out. $15. We have people that have been there over a year. And I mean, I have some really great traders in there, some good people. I love getting in there. I'll be in there most of the day tomorrow. And there's also a link for weeks in the description of the video. If you like the leverage trade, please check them out. Newer, I use them every day. Now look at this small little break up here. This little break is what caused them big numbers over there in the crypto bubbles I showed you. And we probably have, it's probably coming down here somewhere, down in there. Let me get this out of here. I don't even know what that's on there for. was using it for something, but this is more than likely where we're headed. All right, the last one over here, 2021, this dropped 34%. Back over here, a lot bigger in 2017 here. Look at this drop, like 99% down to 30, roughly 36, you know. And we had 2021 here, and we're looking for something, you know, at least down in this bottom, down 36%, somewhere around there. Like I said, just started, so we got a long ways to go. Turbo, as far as price goes here, I've been watching this thing. You have a rising wedge here, okay? Rising wedges are bearish, typically. It has broke that. Now, the question is it going to come back up and retest and roll over? Or, I checked this out too, you know, obviously before I did the video. You also have an A, B, C in here. Let me show you, measure it out and show you. Go from your high down here. You have a 618 right here. So A, B, pull it down to that 618. C, you know, possible ABC bottom here. So this one here is kind of iffy. I would say if it takes out this resistance, this is a 12-hour resistance. If you come out in a 12-hour, you can see right here, closing candles, and this next one up here too, right up here at 0.005684, right up here. That's another pretty solid one. It would have to break through those to get back up in here. All right, now it's been hanging around this area here for a while. You zoom in on the hourly, you can see right there, okay, it's coming up to meet the 8 moving average here, right up here at this resistance. This is where it's had a problem. We'll see what happens. Maybe it rolls over for a 5th wave down here, and you get 5 waves down. Of course, this has the potential to also you know, head down deeper than that. If you go out on a daily on this, if it heads down, you know, what you have, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, is this the end of this 5th wave? You know, the target up here for this was, you know, if you go up this bottom, it technically up here 0.007036 would be the 1618. So that's where this could shoot back up through here, hit here, and then roll over. All right. We'll just have to see if it breaks resistance or not. If it does end up pulling back from here, I would be watching for this area right through here. Let me show you. I'm gonna make a box here so we'll see what happens. Right, if it pulls back, you would be thinking, you know, something like this. If it comes down here, that would fill that fair value gap we have over here. We have a fair value gap right in. You can see it right there to there. You know, there's a wick down here real fast and fill, you know, usually they fill at least half of them when they come back, if not the whole thing. So we'll keep an eye on that. That's why I have this box down here. But anywhere in this box, you know, could come down to a 382 and just bounce right out of here. All right, but we're definitely keeping an eye on this. If we come out in a weekly, we nailed the bottom on this too. We put this box down here when this price was up here. If everybody remembers, everybody watching the video knows that. We absolutely nailed it. Now, like I said, we still have, you know, to come up to this box here yet to see if we break through the 702 or not, and really get this thing going. What you could have going on here, when you come out on a weekly, you know, all I see is basically like this. You know, you could have a 2 back here and a 3 up through. You know, hard to say. We'll just have to keep an eye on this thing because with that Bitcoin dominance dropping, you know, who knows? We could end up in here. You know, a full extension. I'm not saying it's going to do that, but a full extension would be up at 5 cents. Could you imagine? What is that? That would be pretty crazy numbers. What is that? That is a 30, roughly a 34x. 34x. You know, on leverage, you imagine that. 10x, you're looking at 340%. So every 1,000, you'd have 340,000 if it went up there. That's crazy, isn't it? That's why I like leverage. I like using it. You know, I don't get crazy with it, but I do enjoy using it. So we'll keep an eye on this here, see what happens. But overall, you know, the bigger picture is up. You know, that's where everything is headed. It's just a matter if we get a pullback now down to this box, or if we shoot higher here. So we'll keep an eye on turbo, like I said. But the overall picture is upward. You know, overall, it might get that pullback down to this box and start up that way. We'll see what happens. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.